Alright, today we are going to learn some tips and tricks on decorating your mantle. This is one of the funnest places to decorate your home, but it also can be a little frustrating. So we're going to decorate my mantle today. I brought a ton of different products to use. And the biggest thing to keep in mind when you're doing this is you're going to do a lot of shuffling around. And sometimes it takes quite a process, and sometimes you have to like put things there, let them sit, let them breathe for a few days, and then maybe switch it back around. But there are some basic standard rules that we're going to keep in mind today. So come hither. Everybody is going to start with what's called an anchor piece. And so sometimes this anchor piece can be a mirror, it can be a piece of art, it can be a TV, thanks to my husband. So this is basically going to be your nice big piece that is what's going to anchor everything down. It's going to be what you build around and what you build off of. So there's basically two ways that you can build off your anchor pieces. And one is you want to see like a nice triangle kind of come out to the sides, or you're going to have tall elements on the sides that kind of bring everything in together. So there's kind of two ways to work that way. Today we're just going to kind of fluff around and we're going to play with a lot of different things. Like I say, you kind of want to keep in mind some of the color tones that you have in your home, maybe some of the different kinds of metals that you have in your home. I tend to have what I call more of like a traditional kind of elegant style. I like antiques, I like things that have a story kind of behind them, and so whether they work or not, sometimes I just incorporate them anyways because those are your kind of feel-good products, which is really important in a home. Like you want to have your home be that story. You want to be able to look at things and feel a certain way or see something really unique or that brings a memory back to your space. And so we're going to try and incorporate some of those things. So things like that can sometimes be picture frames. They can be little knickknacks that maybe you inherited or that was your great-grandmother's or something that was gifted to you. So I like to incorporate those things sometimes. So basically what we're going to do is, in my situation, I really like, because I have a little bit of space from my mantle to my ceiling and I have some mirrors on each side, but I kind of want to give a little bit of height. So that's a really big thing, is you want to have different levels of height. So there's basically 3 different levels. You're going to have your high, your medium, and your small. I know. You probably didn't know that one. But we're going to play with those. So our 3 different heights, and see what happens from there. So let's shuffle. So this is actually one of those pieces that I want to talk about. Ooh, we got tape on them. My grandfather in Idaho actually made me this, and when they gave it to me, they left me a little note, and so I always make sure to keep this on my mantle because it's kind of one of those sentimental things. I don't get to see them often, so I am reminded, or I remember them daily every time I look up there. And so this is actually called rhyolite, and he found and made it himself. And so I have this little note, and I like to keep this out somewhere in my home. I am going to try and incorporate him into our display today, so I kind of want to keep him out and happy and looking cute. Sometimes little pedestals are really nice. It can help to kind of prop different elements up if you seem to need a little more height in certain areas. So we have a lot of these different kinds around in the store. I'm going to grab one more example to kind of show you that we may use. So these are really cute, especially if you kind of have that rustic kind of farmhouse decor. You can always put little vases to kind of help prop things up, or your candlesticks or a book, whatever it may need. Brings a different texture and can really be very useful when working with a space like this. So kind of looking at it now, let's take a step back and see maybe if there's some tweaks we can make. What I'm seeing is, like, on this side here, there's lots of whites. Like, I don't think our colors are balanced really nice. I like the heights that kind of come into the middle here, but I think we still need some more tweaking around. Tweak, 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 tweak. So I'm going to swap these out with maybe some different kind of candlesticks, maybe to help bring, like I say, that color together to balance out my darks and stuff like that. Okay, let's take another look. It's feeling quite heavy on that right side now, so I think I'm going to kind of pull off those bookends and see if there's a different way. And I feel like on the left side we could use a few more elements and layers kind of to it. So let's try that shuffle. So I'm kind of liking the different elements. I mean, as you can see here, we have this tapered down quite nicely, which is kind of what we want. So like I say, sometimes you can go the opposite way and have your triangle kind of come this way and build on like right up close. But kind of bringing these long corners into the middle is our ideal plan. So I think we just need a few more elements and layers over on this side now. So I grabbed some picture frames. I love these because the frames are kind of the color that I need to bring in to help balance some of this other stuff out. And I like that there's a few different heights here. So let's kind of see if we can play with these and incorporate these. So I added in, I felt like this box kind of just needed something to kind of fill on this other side a little bit. Again, adding another kind of texture or different kind of pattern to things can really help to kind of break up some monotonous pieces. And so we have this tapered down quite nicely on the side and kind of end off here. We have that element of my grandparents here, which is really important to me. We do have, and I've made it a bit more personal with some picture frames, which is always nice. And then this side kind of does the same kind of thing. So it kind of tapers down and again to the middle. I like to add little finishing touch pieces with some different decorative balls, or it can be just little trinkets kind of things. But definitely I like the blend of the different colors, the different textures, and kind of keeping like a similar theme. And again, kind of keeping that angle in mind to all come down to like a focal point, working around our anchor piece. So basically you're looking for equal weight on the sides and kind of coming down. So that's kind of how you can play around with a mantle. And you never know, I might switch this up a little bit more throughout the days just to kind of see how things feel and things like that. But if you ever have pictures or measurements of your space, you can bring them in store, and we would love to help arrange that situation for you. So if you're ever stuck or you have pieces that you already that are near and dear to your heart and you want to be able to incorporate, bring those things in or send us some pictures, and we can definitely help arrange things for you and do just this right in our store, or even come to your home and help you out as well. Thanks, guys.